Have you ever felt the heartache of watching a loved one drift away from their faith? The pain of seeing someone you care about lose their connection to God? You're not alone. In a world filled with distractions and challenges, many families struggle with this very issue. Welcome to the Heart of Catholicism YouTube channel, the Catholic path to peace, where God's faith changes our lives. Today, we're re-diving into a topic that touches the hearts of so many, bringing our loved ones back to faith. It's a journey that requires patience, love, and unwavering hope. As we explore this sensitive subject, remember that you're part of a community that understands and supports you. Let's start by understanding why people sometimes drift away from their faith. It's rarely a simple decision, but often a gradual process influenced by various factors. Personal pain and suffering can shake even the strongest beliefs. Unanswered prayers may lead to doubt and disappointment. The constant bombardment of secular culture can slowly erode spiritual foundations. And sometimes the absence of a supportive faith community leaves individuals feeling isolated and disconnected. Recognizing these root causes is crucial because it helps us approach our loved ones with empathy rather than judgment. It's important to remember that questioning and struggling with faith is a natural part of the human journey, not a permanent rejection of spirituality. So, how do we respond when we see someone we care about drifting away? The key is to lead with love, not judgment. It's tempting to criticize or pressure our loved ones, thinking we can argue them back into faith. But this approach often backfires, pushing them further away. Instead, we need to create a safe, non-judgmental space where they feel free to express their doubts and struggles. Practice active listening. Show genuine interest in their thoughts and feelings without immediately trying to fix or counter their arguments. By demonstrating empathy and understanding, you build trust and open the door for meaningful spiritual conversations. Remember, faith cannot be forced or argued into existence. It must be nurtured over time, often through the power of prayer and patience. Just as a seed needs time to grow, a person's faith journey may require seasons of questioning and exploration before it can flourish again. Consider the parable of the prodigal son. The father didn't chase after his son or berate him for leaving. Instead, he waited patiently, praying and hoping for his return. When the son finally came home, he was met with open arms and unconditional love. This story reminds us that God's timing is perfect, and our role is to persist in prayer and love. While we wait and pray, there are practical ways we can encourage faith in our loved ones. Instead of focusing solely on formal church services, which might feel intimidating to someone who's drifted away, consider inviting them to community events or activities related to faith. These could be volunteer opportunities, social gatherings, or even discussions about life's big questions. Sharing personal testimonies can be incredibly powerful. When we open up about our own faith journeys, including our struggles and doubts, it creates a relatable connection. It shows that faith isn't about perfection, but about a real relationship with God that weathers life's storms. You might also consider recommending books, podcasts, or videos that explore faith in an engaging way. The goal isn't to overwhelm them with information, but to spark curiosity and provide resources they can explore at their own pace. However, the most influential factor in bringing loved ones back to faith is often our own example. When we live with joy, peace, and integrity, it naturally inspires others to reconsider the source of our strength. Our actions speak louder than words, showing the transformative power of faith in daily life. Let me share a story that illustrates the impact of love, patience, and prayer in bringing someone back to faith. Maria had grown up in a devout Catholic family, but during college she began to question everything she'd been taught. She stopped attending Mass, distanced herself from her family's faith practices, and declared herself an atheist. Maria's parents were heartbroken, but instead of arguing or pressuring her, they chose to respond with love. They continued to pray for her daily and invited her to family events without pushing her to participate in religious activities. Maria's mother would occasionally share how her faith helped her through difficult times, not to convince Maria, but simply to open up about her own life. Years passed, and Maria's life took some challenging turns. During a particularly low point, she found herself drawn to the peace she remembered from her childhood faith. She hesitantly reached out to her parents, who welcomed her with open arms and without judgment. Slowly, Maria began to explore her faith again, asking questions and rediscovering her relationship with God. Today, Maria is an active member of her local parish and credits her parents' unwavering love and patience for creating a path back to faith. Her story reminds us that the journey back to God is unique for everyone, and our role is to provide love, support, and a living example of faith in action. As we conclude, let's remember the key lessons we've explored today. Bringing loved ones back to faith requires love, patience, prayer, and setting a positive example. It's not about winning arguments or forcing beliefs, but about creating an environment where faith can naturally flourish. I want to leave you with a question to reflect on. Who in your life are you praying for to return to faith? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us create a community of support and encouragement for one another as we navigate this challenging but rewarding journey. Remember, you're not alone in this struggle. God sees your efforts and hears your prayers. Keep loving, keep praying, and keep living out your faith. Your persistence and example may be the very thing that leads your loved one back to the heart of God. May God bless you and give you strength as you continue to be a beacon of faith for those around you. Until next time, this is the Heart of Catholicism, where we explore the Catholic path to peace and discover how God's faith truly changes our lives.